Hello again, everyone. Well, it's finally here. The final broadcast of 2024. And I believe if I look at my numbers here, this is the not only the final broadcast of the year, but for me, it is the 77th edition. That's correct. The 77th edition of FCA. My name is Erik Dunn from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Thank you all for joining me on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. And this is my farewell to all of you after tonight. I am gone for the next 2 weeks to honor Christmas and New Year's, and I'll be back on January 8th. So, throughout our final time together, and also just as a side note, um, I'm done with sports on 990WBOB.com is also um, being aired as the last show of the calendar year as well. So I'm done with WBOB for the next 2 weeks as well. So January 8th, I'm back on both shows. Um, this is going to be a very special wrap up edition of this program because I've got the FCA Awards for back to back years, and I've got some very special things happening there to explain to you about. And you could see me starting on January 8th, 2025, every Wednesday at 5 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and then Amazon, Google, Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and Podbean Podcasts. Follow us on our YouTube and Facebook channels at Rhode Island Broadcasting is where you can stay in touch with us. Buy me a coffee at RI Broadcasting is where you can help try to support us. Patreon is also where you can help support us as well. Going on daily, Sports Unfolded, how you can get involved there. And for those that want to be in advertising, your ad will be read right on the right side of my screen here. It will also be heard, so not only people will see it, but it will be on the audio version for Spotify, Amazon, Red Circle, and many more. 2025 is around the corner, so for those that want to sponsor, send an email to Rodrigo at ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. That's all one word, ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. Rodrigo will send you on your way, give you everything you need, and help you get involved. With all that being said, the final 2024 broadcast of False Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, Rodrigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the use of our audience, and any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone, it's not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. Yes, this is the 2024 farewell until 1/8/25. So Saturday night's main event is where we're going to start off the farewell broadcast here. And it was a very interesting show. It was a very interesting show. So the whole thing as a whole for me, eh, I got a feeling Ron probably got more right than I did. But here's what happened, going in order. Drew McIntyre defeated Sami Zayn. And Sami put up a hell of a fight, but when Sami was setting up for a haluva kick, McIntyre rolled out of the ring. Sami chased after him. When Sami got back into the ring, he got cracked with a claymore that sealed the victory. So unfortunately, Drew took this one. I was 0-1. This one, I was 1-1. I think I picked because I believe Ron, help me out. I believe I picked Liv, right? I don't think I picked Io. I think I picked Liv to retain if she had interference, right? I feel like I picked Liv and she did win. But Raquel Rodriguez appeared out at the end to help her. Rhea Ripley, who's now the number one contender for the Women's World Championship, will probably get her match at the Royal Rumble if I had to think about it. Um, she came out at the end of that match to confront Liv. So I'm 1-1. This one, I think I picked Gunter to retain as well. I believe I said Gunter because I didn't think that he was going to lose his title to probably if we got closer to WrestleMania. So I think I'm 2-1 on this one, and it was a good triple threat match as well. Priest and Balor exchanged blows, but the ring general picked this spot, tossed Priest into the steel steps, and hit a ring-shaking powerbomb on Finn to empathetically retain his title. So that one I did get right as well. So I'm 2-1. This is one match I also forgot to mention. We have a women's United States champion, and it's Chelsea Green. I did not realize that, but that wasn't involved in the card at all for me. But I was happy to see Chelsea do it because her journey as a goofy one has been very questionable, and her being the women's champ, her being the women's United States champion is definitely a big deal. So that was that one. And then this is the one that I got right that I'm happy that I did. Cody Rhodes has retained the WWE Championship, but he brought out the old school Wind Eagle belt. Do you guys remember that from back in the mid late '90s of the WWF before it was the Attitude Era? Do you remember that belt? How cool was that? So that one I got right. That made me 3-1. Okay, I'll take that. So a furious Cody brought the fight to KO, smashing him on the announce table, hitting a up rope suicide dive before squeaking his injured ankle in the process. The challenger immediately capitalized on the injury, targeting it at every point. The American Nightmare, he powered through the injury, shielding his father, the Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes, with some innovative punches and a bionic elbow. Cody wasn't done with the homages because he tossed AO to the announce table and he connected with an RKO out of nowhere, a move honoring his friend Randy Orton, who was sidelined thanks to a pile driver from KO. Um, Owens couldn't capitalize on the stunner with the official being knocked out of the ring. The backup official got inadvertently knocked out as well. Owens' plan to use the steel chair backfired as Cody countered it, hit a crossroads to the chair, and retained the WWE title. So I'm 3-1. But it was the end of what happened when it went off the air. KO attacked Cody with a package pile driver, and this blew up on social media the next day, the next few days. 46 million views, probably a lot more since then. Had WWE's Chief Content Officer Triple H, Paul Levesque, come out of Gorilla and confront Owens to his face, pushing him, shoving him, knocked the belt out of his hands because he took it from Cody, and Cody got stretchered out on the stretcher. What could the repercussions be for SmackDown Friday? I have no idea. But it's going to be interesting with all that being said. So, Ron, I don't know how many you got right. Do you mind telling me how many you got right? I'm 3-1. Do you know how many you got right for Saturday? I think you got all. Oh, you were 3-1 as well. Oh, okay, cool. So you and I were kind of in that same boat. Okay, I'll take that. So that's where that was. John Cena. The only update I have is that his retirement tour will begin on January 6th when Raw goes live on Netflix. That'll happen. Um, oh yeah, you picked Theo. Gotcha. So that will be the beginning of his tour there. Um, however, uh, the awards I have for this calendar year. Okay, let's go into the SCA awards that I have. So I have, looking at my categories here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 categories. So I'm going in. So I'm going to go from. So I'm going to go in order. The male superstar of the year. Okay, the male the male superstar of the year. Mention year end. Oh, mention year predictions. Oh, sorry. So before I get into that, my year end predictions. My predictions for 2025 is, not only with John's retirement tour going to be tremendous, but I think 25 was going to be a great year for WWE. No one about Cena's retirement tour going the entire year, but how I think into Christmas, going into New Year's as well. For WWE, it's going to be interesting seeing how they could just find the connections with everything they have going on. But our predictions total between myself and Ron, I was 27-17. Ron was 16-10 on regarding the matches that we picked that won and the matches that we picked to lose. The ones we got right, the ones we got wrong. So if we look at the numbers regarding how many that was, um, so 27 divided by 44, 61%, and then 16 divided by 26 was also 61%. Funny how that works. Yeah, that was very interesting. So we both had about a 61% succession rate on our match predictions. Let's see how next year goes. But but yeah, like my hopes for 2025 for WWE, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting them to be better than they were this year. So with that being said, we're done with Saturday Night Main Event. We're done with that. Let's go into the FCAs. And I have 12 categories. And when I tell you who won, I'll explain why to me they won. All right. So let's go. So let's dive in with the first one. All right. And the first one is the male superstar of the year. And to me, it was a no-brainer. It's the American Nightmare, the current undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. And here's why. The reason why I picked Cody as male superstar of the year is just because of the workload that he's been doing. As his reign as champion, he's defended the title 56 times total since he won it at WrestleMania 40. He's been dominant. He's gotten better with promos, gotten better with segments, and we're starting to see some different sides of him in a way. And I'm really excited to seeing what he could do next year. The female superstar of the year, to me, it was a little bit of a tough one, but as much as I hate to say it, I gave it to Liv Morgan. The reason why is just because when she came back from her injury, when Rhea injured her when she was part of Judgment Day, Liv has taken pretty much everything away from her. She's taken away Judgment Day, she's taken away the Women's World Championship, and she's taken away Dirty Dom Mysterio. I mean, Rhea's on her own with Damien, probably with nothing right now. It's amazing the transformation of Liv as a heel, even though I hate the heels because the heels are so damn annoying. Um, you got your credit where credit's due. Liv is very talented, and in my eyes, she did a lot. The next one, the unexpected moment of the year, and that was when Paul Heyman returned from after when Soul took him out and off camera with the returning CM Punk, who joined the OG Bloodline for War Games at Survivor Series. The pop of that crowd on SmackDown went nuts. I was so happy it wasn't Seth. It would not have made sense for it to have been Seth. The fact it was another Paul Heyman guy in Punk was a big deal. To me, that was a really big deal. And that was pretty damn cool if you think about it. Like, that was very cool, man. Like, it was awesome. It really was awesome to have seen that. Um, and then breakout superstar of the year, to me, no brainer. It was main event Jey Uso, bar none. That guy is Mr. Yay, Yay. The WWE universe loves him. I love him. I mean, I love this guy. He finally won a singles title. He became the Intercontinental Champion for I think like maybe like 3 weeks or something like that, maybe a month. I wish the reign was longer, but I can see why they took it off him because of the Bloodline segment. And yeah, he was a major factor in this calendar year for WWE. He was one of the reasons why they put asses in seats, 100%. And to me, it was so cool to see Jay finally get that acknowledgement that he's been looking for, that he definitely deserves, because the guy busts his ass. And and trust me, he was a major part of all the storylines. I'm excited to see what he does in 25. I really am. Comeback superstar of the year, to me, no brainer, Sami Zayn. The reason why is this: when he ended the 666-day reign of Gunther's Intercontinental Championship reign at WrestleMania, um, at WrestleMania, when he lost it again to Braun Breaker, I kept asking myself, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? The comeback for why I picked for Sami Zayn of Comeback Superstar of the Year, it was because of what he did after. He was with Jay, he was with Cody, and he helped make Raw a better environment. Sometimes he went to SmackDown as well, but it was when he got back together with the Usos and Roman to form the OG Bloodline again and get them back together. Sammy to me was a huge reason why 2024 was a good year for WWE as well. 100%. Sammy next year is going to be doing some very good things, and um, I am very excited to see what could happen for WWE, knowing that that will be the case. That is going to be a tremendous year next year for Sammy. Now, moving on to the next one. Match of the year, not even a question in my mind. It was for the undisputed WWE Championship. It was Cody and Roman, WrestleMania 40. Match of the year, 100%. Just because of who was involved and who got involved. You know, John Cena returned after being squashed at Crown Jewel, which I hated, by Solo. Undertaker came out. Jay stepped in to help. Seth tried to come back with Shield gear, his old Shield character. That didn't work out well. But that carries me now into the loudest moment of the year, and that was when Cody finished the story at the end of that match at WrestleMania. Cody finally became WWE champion. It was go back and find the end of that match and listen to the pop of that crowd in Philly. That freaking place lost their mind because everyone was hoping Cody would that everyone was hoping Cody would have won last year in Hollywood at WrestleMania in Hollywood. But this year, when you had all the pieces together, it made more sense. It was so great to see it. However, the saddest moment of the year, it was Money in the Bank in Toronto back in July, and that was when John Cena announced his official retirement from in-ring competition for WWE. He also announced the 2025 retirement tour and how it will be up to 40 days or a little bit more than that, going a full calendar year of Cena getting a farewell. The Rumble in Indy in February is his last one. Elimination Chamber, that's in Toronto in March, that's his last one. WrestleMania in Vegas in April, that will be his last one. He's going to go until New Year's Eve 25. And when that clock strikes January 1st, 2026, he's officially done in ring wise with WWE. But he did sign an extension to remain with WWE from an official capacity, either producer, either as a producer or as a consultant or an advisor. Cena will be getting rid of all the usual gear we see him in. He'll be putting on a suit. But yeah, man, I'm excited to have a full year of seeing Cena get his farewell. And I don't know, maybe a Hall of Fame induction? Possibly. Not sure. That was definitely the saddest moment to me, bar none. The happiest moment of the year was Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental Championship. That was the happiest moment I've ever seen this year, bar none. Oh, Ron, do you have the graphic on that? Okay, there you go. Thank you. Sorry, I thought you disappeared on me. Jey Uso becoming Intercontinental Champion was amazing. The crowd there at Raw was insane, and he deserved to have won, and I was so happy that he did. Um, all right, and then moving on here down the line, um, the um, the disgusting moment of the year. It was when Kevin Owens turned on Randy and Cody, and yeah, that was the most disgusting moment of the year for me because he hit them both with illegal pile drivers. See, there's a reason. Okay, there's a reason why WWE has banned the pile driver because here's why. Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin when he broke his neck. Owen Hart broke his neck at SummerSlam '97 with a pile driver that was botched. They banned that move for a reason. Jerry the King Lawler, who finished people with a pile driver, they banned it because of that reason, because of the way it was. Surprisingly, they didn't ban the Tombstone pile driver because Undertaker was very good with it, but just the way he turned on him just made me sick, man. It was a disgusting act by KO. The funniest moment of the year was everything R-Truth. Everything. Between him being a fake member of Judgment Day, forming R-Truth with Miz for a little while, figuring out like if Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano was DX, you know what I mean? Like HBK, Shawn Michaels, the game Triple H, like R-Truth is a national treasure in WWE, man. I hope he stays for as long as he can. Just he makes a difference on screen. Just being a funny guy. That'll be a sad day when he retires from WWE and they give him the farewell he deserves. Like he's done a lot. He may not have won a lot, but he's done a lot. And now we get to the final one. Eric's favorite moment of the year, the OG Bloodline reunites. That was my favorite moment of this year. Sammy, Usos, and Roman all together. 100%. My favorite one of the year. 100%. And those are my 12 awards of the FCAs. Um, so here's what I'll also tell you as well. I hated the OG Bloodline when they turned on Sammy. That was when I hated it. But when Jay got his head out of his ass and turned on Roman, that made things better. But when Jimmy took Jay away from winning the WWE Championship at last year's SummerSlam, all bets were off. Um, However, I will tell you this as well. Going into 2025, there is no news right now about the Beast Brock Lesnar. There's no word on Brock. I'm hoping to get him back for the Rumble. It's been too long without him. Personally, I think that they could use him again still and see what could happen because, I mean, Brock was a part of Cena's career. Do they bring him back? Maybe. Um, I know that, The Rock, Kurt Angle, Booker T, there's been conversations with them involved. Randy, obviously. Miz, obviously. Um, Edge, possibly. I'm not too sure. Um, but Trish Stratus and Lita, there might be something going on with them. I'm not too sure. Are they making one more run together? Possibly. Becky Lynch, the man, could be coming back probably for Rumble time. Bianca, I think she's hurt right now. There's no word on her. Rhea will get her rematch with Liv. That will probably be at the Rumble. Um, but guys, here's what I can tell you right now. When I come back to you in 3 weeks from tonight on January 8th, this is what I'll be giving you. The beginning of Raw on Netflix, the first SmackDown of the new year. I'll have that for you. Break those down. And And maybe that will be the beginning of creating what the aftermath is going to be for WWE. So, with that being said, guys, I want to take a chance to say a few words here as we're done with as we're done with the WWE chat. I want to take a time to just say a couple words. This has been the first full official calendar year of False Count Anywhere. I've done a full year, and with this being episode number 77, I'm excited because I know that my 100th will be coming next year for sure. And I want to take this opportunity to all of the fans of False Count Anywhere, to all of the fans of Rhode Island Broadcasting. This was the 50th episode of this year, and I wanted to make sure I say how much I appreciate all of you, the fans of this program, the fans of this company. All I can say is I'm looking forward to a good year next year, and I'm excited to kick off the road to WrestleMania 41 for sure, as well as kick off John Cena's retirement tour. As I told you before, I'll have all the updates for you. I'll break them all down for you as well. Um, for those also wondering about I'm done with sports, when I come back with another full calendar year of that on 990wbob.com, it's probably going to be the last All Patriots broadcast, recapping both of the games against the Bills and Chargers, and my end of season thoughts. And then after that, we will go into, Red Sox updates because they'll be going close to spring training. Celtics and Bruins as well. Providence Bruins are doing pretty well too, shockingly enough. And I'll be when I return as well. So this is actually going to be the first time I'm actually going to be off for the same amount of time I'm with both shows. And I find it kind of cool because I get to have that time off to just be with the family, not have to worry about it, and just keep my eyes out for anything else and just update everything and then bring it all together for the next one. I just want to make sure I took the opportunity to thank you guys for the love, the watching, the sharing, and the viewing. Um, Ron and I, you guys have been with us since the beginning of this journey. For those that have been with us, it was a four-man show, and now it's a one-man band, which is me out here. But Ron and I have been the one-two punch really since the beginning, and beating our average, watching it go up higher and higher, and like guys, the numbers have increased tenfold, and that's because of you. It's such an honor to be able to do this show. I'm just excited to be a part of this journey. And on 1/8/25, it will be the beginning of a new era for WWE and the beginning of another new year for FCA. I can't speak for Sports Unfolded. I can't speak for Going On Daily, but I can say that we appreciate you guys, all the fans of this company, and we are looking forward to a very special year next year. So, guys, that will be on deck for 2025 on January 8th. The Raw and SmackDown takeaways and any news about the Rumble. So, on behalf of all of us at Rhode Island Broadcasting and the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB, Rodrigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you for the final time this year from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been the final 2024 presentation of False Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. 3 weeks from tonight, I will return to all of you. Thank you so much again. And I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I will see you guys in 2025.